What y'all know about that DP, huh? Little DepriveD Productions, little UE4 today. Josh here back in there, UE4 with the 20th material tutorial, number 20. It's going to be a real quick one, guys. Real easy, real simple, but we're about to get complicated. And there's something I didn't go over in the past and I should have. So back in the Christmas days of old 2018, about 7-8 months ago, I gave y'all a few free materials, and one of them I should have walked you through and I didn't. We're going to talk about it today. We're going to talk about pulsing and flashing using the if statement in the material editor. So check it out. I got this all kind of materials hanging out with these guys, but this one's kind of blank, so I'm already in that DP folder. I'll right-click and create a material. I'm going to name it Pulse. Okay, that's kind of what we're going to be doing here. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to drag it onto this baby like that. Boom. It didn't change. You know why. Now let's double-click. Now I want to show you just a couple really simple things, guys. Again, this is very easy. I just want to go over this because the if statement is going to be very important soon. So check it out. I want to talk to you about a sine wave, though. Now, we've used this sine before. Now, the thing about a sine wave is it's a wave, almost like a sound or a video wave. If you've ever seen like a wave that goes up and down, what's happening is 0 being the middle of the line, and it's going up and down from +1 to -1. That's actually what's going on here. So if I plug it into the base collar, there's nothing telling it to go up and down, so you're going to get an error. So what I always do, there's a couple different ways to do this, by the way, is I just click or get a time node, and I plug it in, boom. Now, after I do that, it's going to go ahead and give me some sort of little pulsing effect. You got the black and the white. Okay, you see what's going on there? And what I can do here is change the speed. So if it's set to 1, if I set it to, let's say, 0.5, okay, you'll see that the speed doubles. Now we're pulsing real fast, you know what I'm talking about? Now, the only thing about that is it's literally just the time is basically taking that 1 and -1 and 0 and going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. Now, we're going to use those values to our advantage. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply this because I want it to be a purdy collar. You know what I'm talking about? Little party collar? Okay, so we'll plug the sine into this multiply. We'll plug this vector into this multiply, this constant vector, and plug that into the base collar. Let's make it a big old blue. You know what I'm talking about? A nice little blue collar. And as you can tell now, it'll pulse from black to blue, which, you know, pretty simple stuff. You know, you probably already know a lot of this, and I do too, I hope. And then what we're going to do is just make sure it's applied to the material. And, of course, we got a little blue statue pulsing out there. It's all pretty, making the other ones jealous. I like it. But the thing is, what I want you to understand we can do is, instead of making a pulse look, we can make it flash, literally black, blue with no gradient fade. You can see it fading just a little bit. You know what I'm talking about? We're going to get rid of that, and I want to show you how to do that today, and it's very important. Okay, this is a node we haven't really went over yet at all, so it's very important that we pay a little bit of attention. I hope I explain this clearly. I want you to right-click and type in the word if. So think of this like a branch, almost like a branch when you're in the material editor, but we're going to do a couple things with it. So what it's doing is it's asking for A greater than B is this, or A less than B is this, and you'll plug this into B, obviously, and it'll go straight in there, and we're going to get an error because nothing's plugged in, and it's like, what do you want me to do with that? It's just if what? That's what we're going to explain. So what we need is two values to compare. So what we got is this sine, right? Well, I'll plug the sine into B, okay? And I'm gonna just hold the number 1 and get a constant value and make it 0 and plug it into A. Okay. Now, of course, we're still getting we're saying that we need inputs in these two right here. If A is greater than B, or if A is less than B, we kind of actually need to explain to the computer or our program what's going on there. So we got these two, we're comparing them, right? 0 and then the sine wave. Well, we talked about the sine. It's going from 1 to -1. 1 to -1 based off this time and based off this speed. So check out what I'm going to do. I'm going to drag a line from this sine, and I'm going to type in the word floor. Okay. Now, that floor, you know what it does. We've talked about this a few times. The floor will actually make it to where it is going to take everything below 0, or from 0 to 1, and it's going to make it 0. It's going to literally it's going to make it 0. It's going to drop it. And what seal does, obviously, and we've talked about seal, is literally the opposite. C-I-E-L. No. C-E-I-L. There she is, blah. Sealing and floor. You're literally just rounding up and rounding down. So if I plug 1 in here, okay, the floor in here, and that's another error, because in RE4 it's like, get it together, brah. And I'm going to plug it in right here. Now let's see what's going on. Check it out. You can see now that it's flashing because it's flooring. That way it doesn't have that gradient. Because again, from 0 to -1, there's an infinite amount of numbers there, decimals and whatever not. Well, now it's taken no matter what, and it's saying floor it to 0 and floor it to 1. Or floor it to -1 and floor it to 1. However you want to look at that. But the point is, now if we go back to the material, you see it yourself, it's actually a flashing look. Now again, guys, I understand that is a very simple tutorial, but I needed to cover this because that if statement is a big deal. We can do some really awesome stuff with it. when it comes to comparing values. So yeah, just a little trick though, by the way. You got the pulse, which is literally just a sign and a time. You saw how easy that was. But if you want it to flash, we'll compare the sign to 0. And then if 0 is greater than the sign, floor it. If 0 is less than the sign, ceiling it. And then boom, plug that into your multiply. Obviously, just multiply it by color and boom, and that's it, guys. Real simple, quick tutorial because it's about to get complicated. You know what I'm talking about? It's about to get real in here. DepriveD Productions all day. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Like the Facebook page, DepriveD Productions. Hit up DepriveD, capital D at the beginning, capital D at the end on all of your music outlets. Please hit us up on Bandcamp, SoundCloud, wherever you want. Jam us, rock us, get the EP, rock it out, man. We got a second EP coming out. We've made the decision. We were going to pull out a full album, but actually we got a second EP coming out, and I'm really excited to give you guys the dates on that and some details soon. We got a promo video coming out soon for that. Some awesome stuff coming out with our prototype, A Land Deprived. A video actually coming out probably in just a couple days to show you guys some artwork that's been going on to it. But yeah, guys, I hope this was a little helpful. I apologize. Very simple. Like I said, very, very, very simple. It's just that if statement, again, is very important, and I wanted to make sure we covered that before we go any further. Very important. If, baby, if. Don't be scared of the if, okay? It's blue and black and all kind of other colors if you want them. Do whatever you want with it. I miss y'all. I love y'all. I'll see you soon. Peace.